In the beginning of the story, we were shown two brothers, one of whom's younger brother's name was Nathan, whom his elder brother used to call Nate. One night, both the brothers sneak into a museum and were trying to steal a map from there. But at the same time, the police officers arrived who caught both the brothers and took them to the orphanage. It was found that these two children did not have parents and they had been living in the orphanage since childhood. Nate's elder brother has tried many times because Nate and his elder brother both belonged to a family of pirates. Nate's brother used to steal the map because there was a huge treasure hidden in that map. Now the caretaker of the orphanage told the police officer that Nate is still young, so you can take his elder brother because he keeps stealing the same map. But Nate's elder brother did not want to surrender himself to the police, so he decided to run away from here. Nate's elder brother somehow reached his room. Nate tells his elder brother that I cannot live without you. Hearing his younger brother's emotional words, he gives him a light and a letter with a locket. I will definitely come back. That's all he says and runs away from there. Now after Nate's brother's departure, when he opened the letter and saw the light of the lighter from below, he got a message. It was written in that letter that never forget that we are from the family of pirates. Even if we get separated for a few days, we will definitely meet one day. After that, the scene was shifted from here and the scene was shown straight after 15 years. We see Nate, who had grown up now. It was found that now he was working in a bar. At the same time, he used to steal little by little. One day, when Nate was working in his bar, a man named Victor came to him. He started telling Nate that I know you and your elder brother very well. He started telling that a while ago we used to work together, but Nate had no interest in knowing about it. That's why he started telling Victor to go away from here. But Victor leaves a card for him while leaving. That card had Victor's address written on it. In the next scene, we can see that Nate had come to Victor's house. Going to his house, he was surprised to see the same map that the two brothers had gone to steal that night. Victor told Nate that if you had to come, you should have told me before. Here Nate tells Victor that this is the same map through which we can find a very big treasure. To find this map, a lot of people worked hard. While searching for the treasure, a lot of people went there and lost their lives. Everyone went in search of the treasure, but they did not get anything other than death. Seeing the death of people, it was considered a nonsense story. Victor tells Nate that this is not such a useless story, and I know very well that you and your elder brother have a lot of knowledge about this map. So much so that he started showing him pictures of a ship in a book. He told him that this ship was not an ordinary ship, but it is a very old ship and its price is about 500 crores. Nate was surprised when he heard from Victor that this ship is filled with a lot of treasures. The ship was hidden there by the people of 18 pirates. Now, when Nate had so much information about this treasure, how was Victor going to let him go? So he started offering him to work with him, but Nate rejected his offer. Then Victor tells him that if you support me, you can get your elder brother. Coming home, Nate started remembering his elder brother's things. Nate's desire to meet his brother was increasing, so he agreed to work with Victor. The next morning, Nate showed Victor a sign of a cross. He began to say that this is not a sign of a cross, but a key to reach that treasure. Hearing this, Victor told him that one of these keys is with me and the other key we will have to steal very soon. Victor told Nate that the second key with this key is kept in an auction company. That key is going to be auctioned very soon, so somehow we have to steal that key from there very soon. After a while, Victor steals that key. After stealing that key, when he was trying to get out of there, a girl named Brad catches him. She put a knife around his neck and said, "Give me this key." Actually, she was doing all this at the behest of her boss. From what she said, it was found out that there was a very old relationship between Brad and Victor. Now, when they were fighting for that key, some guards come there. Victor took advantage of all those guards and was successful in getting out of there with the key. After obtaining the key, Victor left for Barcelona. There he meets a girl named Fraser. Fraser already knew Victor. Fraser asks Victor who he is. So Victor told Fraser that he is my old friend. Here, Nat finds out that the other key is not with Victor, but with Fraser. Nat asks Victor, "Why did you lie to me?" Fraser says that maybe you don't know about it. Now, when they were arguing among themselves, that's when Fraser starts running away with the key. Seeing this, Nat was trying to catch him. Fraser tries to get out of there by car, but Nat comes in front of his car. Victor comes there and tells him that if you want all the treasure, you can take it, but you don't know where the key is and when it will be placed, because Nat is the only person who knows about all this. After hearing this, Fraser gets ready to work with them. Nat tells them that many years ago, those 18 pirates had hidden that treasure in a church. That's why all 3 of them reached the church. After reaching there, Nat starts reading the cards, which completely confirms that he is at the right location. The 3 of them somehow sneaked into the basement of the church. Here they also found a place to put the key. It was found that the place where the key was to be set was just below a statue. But here they had no idea in which direction to rotate the key. After reading Victor's book, he started to tell that both the keys have to be rotated in the clockwise direction. Asterisk, as soon as he did this, some arrows came out of the statues and started to aim. But even after leaving, all of a sudden, all 3 of them survived. After that, both of them rotate the keys again in the anti-clockwise direction. After that, a path comes out of the back of the statue. Actually, that path was going from a cave to some other path. Nat started to tell Victor and Fraser that we have to go through this path, and not only one, but there are 2 more paths ahead. We have to go through them. Nat said that I and Fraser will go through one path and you go through the other path. After this, Nat and Victor connect their phones with GPS. Now Nat and Fraser go through one path and Victor through the other path. While walking through that cave, Nat and Fraser both reach at once. There was another secret path there that no one knew about. Those people could go on the way. Before that, some people there attacked them. Nat starts fighting them to stop that man, and Fraser was busy opening that way. As soon as the door opens, Nat and Fraser both run out of that way. After going inside, they came to know that there is a 3rd door here which could be opened with the same cross key. As soon as Fraser tries to open that door, suddenly water began to fill there. Because to open that door, he will have to put a key on the other door and open it, which no one else but Victor could open. Here Victor was also trying to open the other door. But then the same girl comes there who had attacked Victor earlier and tried to take that key. Here they both started a fierce fight. On the other hand, Nat and Fraser were both stuck in the water while the oxygen level was also decreasing in him, which could make him unconscious. Victor somehow killed the girl and made her unconscious and quickly sets the key in that door. As soon as the door opened, Nat and Fraser both survived and came out of that door safely. Now it was time to go to the final door, but no one knew how to open that door. Victor was standing outside and was looking at them through a hole. But then Nat used his mind properly. He started telling Fraser to get the other key from Victor as soon as possible. But Victor did not trust them. He even refuses to give the other key. But after a while, Victor gives the key because he had no other option left. Nat sees that a symbol was made on that door. As soon as Nat merged the 2 keys, it became exactly the same symbol that was made on that door, because of which people now open that door as well. When they enter that door, they see for large pots. On the other hand, Victor was constantly asking from the outside that whether you have seen the treasure or not. Nat asks Fraser to see what is in those pots. When the pots were open, they found a lot of salt in them. This meant that there was no treasure here. Suddenly the 4 pots break and scatter. Nat finds a map from that map, and this was the map. That is, this was the real map that would take him to the treasure. Now, when Nat was looking at the map, Fraser pointed a gun at him and said that, "What do you think Victor has told you the truth?" Saying this, he hit him on the head with a gun and made him unconscious, after which he took the map and left. While leaving, she also takes both the keys so that they can be useful in the next journey. After this, Victor came to Nat and saw that Nat was unconscious. When they came to their senses, they found out that Fraser had run away from there, deceiving them. When Nat came to his senses, he started asking Victor that, "Where's my brother and what have you hidden from me?" Here Victor told him that I and your brother had gone in search of the treasure many years ago, for which we had to steal a book. We had stolen that book, but when we started returning, the people of Mercado fired at us. Your brother had a bullet in that firing, because of which he lost his life. After hearing this, Nat became very emotional. He started crying. He told Victor that you had left my brother to die and now you're using me to reach that treasure again. Victor also replied that yes, I lied, but your brother also wanted you to fulfill his dream after his death. Nat said, "Okay, I will go to that treasure for my brother, but after that the paths of both of us will be different." In the second scene, we see Fraser and Brad with their boss. That is, Fraser was working for both of them. Brad's boss tells Brad that from now on, you will work under Fraser. After saying this, Brad's boss with Fraser takes his map and goes in search of the treasure through the plane. We see that he had also taken the necessary things with him. Brad's boss sitting inside the plane tells everyone that that treasure was mine. and it was lost from my family many years ago. At the same time, Brad cuts his boss's throat. After killing the boss, Fraser started thinking that she would kill him too. That's why she was hiding in the car that was going inside the plane to save her life. On this, Brad started telling his people that as soon as you see Fraser, shoot him immediately. Everyone was looking for Fraser. At the same time, we see Nat and Victor in the same car. That is, they came to this car quietly when everyone was busy looking for Fraser. Taking advantage of this, Nat and Victor steal that map. After this, a shootout starts between Brad and Fraser. Everyone started firing at each other. Victor tells Nat that we have got the map. That's why we have to take the parachute and go from here. From here, Victor takes the parachute and jumps straight to the ground. But Nat did not jump and stop there. Nat told Brad that you had killed my brother. After saying this, he opened all the cargoes there through the parachute, so that all the cargo of the plane starts falling out. Everyone started firing at Nat there. That's when Nat's leg gets stuck in the cargo belt and starts flying out in the air with that stuff. But after a lot of effort, he comes back in the plane. That's when Fraser, sitting in the car, was about to jump straight from the plane with the same car. Nat came in front of the car, with which he falls down again with the car. When he was moving very fast towards the ground, Fraser tells him to quickly open the parachute. But here Nat had not taken any parachute. Both started flying in the air. But that's when Nat opened the cargo parachute. Due to the opening of the parachute, both land safely in the sea. After some time, both had reached a beach. After reaching there, they stay in a hotel. Both were trying to understand that map. But here Fraser was not getting any sleep, so she goes to sleep. But after waking up all night, Nat has succeeded in knowing that map. Even he had made some notes. When Fraser wakes up in the morning and sees, he finds out that Nat had made the notes. That's why she shows cleverness here again. She takes that note and leaves for the treasure. When Nat wakes up, she sees that the note had disappeared from there. Seeing this, he started smiling. Actually, Nat had mentioned the wrong location on that note, and the real location was present near Nat. In the next scene, we see that Nat takes a boat and reaches the new location, which was in an island cave. But on the other hand, Brad had also kept an eye on Nat. Nat had also reached the cave, which went inside while floating in the water. When he came there, he saw that there were the big old ships lying there. These were the same ships which many people were looking for, washing their hands of their death. When Nat went inside the ship, he finds a lot of gold there, that is, a lot of treasure. But then Victor had also come from behind. After seeing this, Nat gets very scared and asks Victor, "How did you get here?" Then he says to him, "Did you forget? You were the one who connected my phone to the GPS when they were both looking at that treasure." Brad had also reached there with his people. Seeing those people, Nat and Victor both hide. Brad tells his whole team to go inside the ship and check. When they find out that there is a lot of gold in it, he was going to take those two ships and go there by helicopter, because he knew very well that along with the treasure, the value of those two ships was in crores. Victor and Nat come out of that ship. They both now make a plan to hijack that helicopter. They came on top of the ship and attacked all the guards. Here Nat was also hitting all the guards a lot and kills all the guards and throws them into the water, after which they go up and hijack the plane. When Brad sees this, he was angry. He started attacking those people from the other ship. Victor was flying the helicopter to escape from Brad's people, but here Brad was after him. Doing this, Brad's guards come to Nat's ship. All the people were fighting with Nat. That is when Brad came right in front of him, and his helicopter was about to collide with Nat's ship. But then Nat attacks Brad's helicopter with an old cannon, which destroys his helicopter. And then his ship collides with a mountain, which completely destroys his ship. But Brad's life is saved. He had already left from there and jumped directly on Nat's ship. Here Brad started telling Nat that if something cannot be mine, then I will not let it be anyone's. Saying this, she throws the anchor of the ship into the sea, because of which both the helicopters got stuck with the ship and could not go ahead. Victor's bag full of gold also starts falling down. Victor takes the helicopter in autopilot and goes to save that bag. There was a fierce fight between Nat and Brad. While fighting, Nat tries to get on the helicopter, but Brad was not taking the name of leaving him. When Victor started thinking that Brad will kill Nat now, he throws his bag full of gold on Brad. As soon as the bag hits, Brad falls into the water. But then the rope of the ship hanging from the helicopter also breaks. Somehow Victor caught Nat, but the whole ship full of treasure falls on Brad, because of which he dies. The ship also broke and started floating. Seeing this, Nat says that we can still get the gold, but Victor refuses. He says that now all this gold belongs to the government and those people are coming to take it. After which Victor started flying the helicopter very sadly, but Nat was not less. He starts taking out the gold one by one from his pocket. Victor was happy to see the gold. In the last scene of the movie, we see that the ship full of treasure sinks into the sea. There, a boat is following Nat's helicopter, which was none other than Fraser, who was sent to another location by Nat. On the other hand, we were shown that Nat's elder brother was still alive, who was locked up in a jail. With this story also ends here.